All right.
Okay.
Welcome to the show. My name is Sadiq, and today we have Rookman on the line. Rookman,
Yeah.
how you doing?
Hey, hello guys. I'm doing fresh. I'm doing good. I'm doing very, 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 very happy.
So Rookman is
Today is good.
Rookman is an entrepreneur, an animator, and a musician, right? Also a music producer.
Sure.
And so basically, he's an entrepreneur. And today we're going to tackle, try to discuss some of the issues that we think are plaguing the industry of being a solo entrepreneur. Right? We had a conversation, me and Rookman.
Solopreneurship.
Yeah. We had a conversation, me and Rookman, and it was like something came up and we tried to identify if being an entrepreneur, the new hype of being your own boss, working for yourself, this whole entrepreneurship hype, if this is actually the new form of employment, in disguise, basically, because it's never easy for industries, it's now very easy for industries to scale and become more successful under this model of working for yourself. So what we're trying to get is, do you think that this idea of working for yourself is true, that you are really working for yourself, or we're actually just being employed under the freelance model to actually work for bigger companies?
Okay, thank you very much. Excuse me. That's a very good question, and it's something that we've been deliberating for a while now. But first of all, I want to clear the air that this is not a conspiracy theory, or it's not. It's just something we had thought about, and we're trying to clear that idea from our heads, because for a very long time now, governments from our country and around the world have been promoting stuff like small businesses, which they call SMEs, etc. And this has created an ideology that people could start their own businesses and work for themselves, right?
Yeah.
But when you look at it from a broader perspective, you would see that whatever work you are doing for yourself, you are actually working for somebody. There's always a boss upstairs whom you are actually working for, right? And the players in the game today, which are the social media heads, the bigger companies, those are the guys you are actually working for. You are not really working for yourself, because if you have a social media like Instagram or TikTok, you are the one curating content for them. And you now look more like an employee to them while you work at your own discretion, right? And it's a new thing that is going on, but a lot of people are not really seeing it, because you have that. Are you
really even working at your own discretion? Do you really even have the freedom? There are rules and guidelines on these platforms that you can't break. And if you break, you get penalized, just like in any working environment,
Yes. But the scam, if I'm to say that, is that's the ideology they pass on to you. They make you feel like you are working at your own discretion, because you wake up in the morning, you get on Instagram, you create your reels, you call your friends together, you do a short, you post about your business and get other people engaged about it. But the real thing is that you are actually working for that
platform,
social media platform. You're actually working for them, because if no one is on that platform would not succeed.
Exactly. It's like the products of the platforms are those videos, are those your adverts, are those your reels, they're basically your content, and those are their products. And so you are, you were psyched into being employed, thinking you're working for yourself, promoting your own business. Meanwhile, you're creating a product you're doing a service for the platform, basically.
Yes. And sorry, my light is suddenly gone.
Okay.
Can we continue like
yes,
this?
go ahead. It's cool.
Okay, so the second part is some of the social media, they don't reward you for anything, right?
Yeah.
And platforms like Instagram don't really reward you for anything.
Yeah.
There is this ideology that if you become an influencer on the platform, there's a hope of you meeting more clients and becoming paid at the end of the day. But we know that is not all true if your business is not properly branded and strategically placed, because there are a lot of influencers on platforms like Instagram. They are not getting paid for anything. We know that for sure. And when you meet them and tell them to help you promote your stuff, they tend to want to charge you large amounts of money for them to help you promote your stuff. While if you really go through their feeds, their fans don't engage with them
Yeah, I've seen
at that. Yes. So let me don't derail too much. The main point I'm trying to bring out here is, if you think you're actually working for yourself on social media, you are really not working for yourself. The people that really work for themselves are those that have their own websites. They control every single thing that happens on their website. They have their own content, or they are curating other people's content on their site, and they are the ones calling the shots. I think calling the shots is the word here that one would use, because if you are on other social platforms that are not yours specifically, you don't call the shots. And Instagram, I like to use Instagram as an example because a lot of us have been cautioned by Instagram one way or the other. You make a comment, Instagram algorithm tells you that you are making too much comments. You try to DM one or two people, Instagram algorithm tells you are DMing too much people, and so on and so forth. A lot of accounts have been banned for no reason. I think there are people who they become influencers overnight, and Instagram algorithm just bans them, just close up that account for no certain reasons, and there's no excuse, and there's nobody you could even talk to, right?
Yeah.
That is the problem, because you work for them, they call the shots, they control everything that happens around you, and these companies are succeeding so much at this, because the old method, when you work for somebody, you get paid insurance, you get paid gratuity, you get paid health.
You have health insurance. You could get housing.
There's a lot of benefits.
Yeah, pension and the rest.
With this new method, there are no insurance. You are just living. You are just working on your own. At your own risks, per se, and it is those who do properly well in that platform that get awarded in the end. So, which is only very few people get awarded for the hard work they put in, right? And people like Gary Vee talks about, posting 100 times a day, going live 1,000 times a day, so on and so forth. I mean, when you weigh people's lives around the world, it can't be the same, because the life of an American man is different from the life of a Nigerian man or somebody that lives in Zimbabwe. The way the Americans are able to, the way their economy is organized, for them to be able to acquire data in the sense that is internet data to use for browsing and stuff, is different from the way an African man living in Zimbabwe, Tanzania, Nigeria would work on such data. It's not easy, most especially if you are the average type or you are even poor in this country. You want to get on the internet, the only time you're able to get on the internet is when you just have a little internet subscription, and you get on and immediately you run off because you don't want that subscription to go off.
Yeah.
You're just living in survival mode in such places. So you can't post 100 times a day. There is no how you can win on such platforms.
And the idea of winning on such platforms now takes us back into a pipe dream kind of ideology, a lottery kind of ideology.
Yeah.
In a way, you have a handful of people who are successful on the platform, and we have millions of people who are trying to be like these people, which now destabilize the whole, because we're all contributing to this platform to make the platform successful. But we all can't earn fairly from this platform. It's now based on luck, or if you have certain type of skills, you can be successful. If you do things in a certain kind of way, you can be successful. And which now open rooms for other people to take advantage of other people from different scams of training people, selling books that leads nowhere, etc., etc.
True. That is the problem that we are facing at the moment, because the creators part, we don't have enough creators that are doing original content at the moment. Everybody is switching to creation because everybody wants this quick followership, quick fans, and so on and so forth. So it's now becoming a big problem for those who are real creators, because creating takes time. Creating, as a creator myself, I know how it's tough sometimes to create good content in any of my fields, whether music, animation, or podcasting, or writing, or whatever it is, or blogging. I know how tough it could be. But if I'm going to take somebody else's content and just curate it and remix it, recently Instagram pulled out a new function on their reels, which is called remix. So you could just get somebody's content and just remix it, and you are done. So they are not really encouraging
quality
content, real content. They are not encouraging quality content. It's just quantity because they want more people engaging on their platforms, which is revealing that yes, it's all some sort of scam in the end, that you are actually working for these platforms. You are not really working for yourself.
And we have people who have invested so much in their brands, building their brands on this platform, and they wake up one morning and the account is gone just like that, and they write
just like that.
Just like that, and they write to the companies, and they're like, due to policy of whatever, the account is gone. And like that means somebody is your boss, somebody is controlling your business or your brand. We will have platforms like Amazon that rumors have said that like they take over, high selling products. Like you could come with a niche on Amazon and start selling your products, and the algorithm tells them like, oh, this product is doing very well, and all of a sudden they take you out and they start selling the product directly to the consumer. So now they're using you as the test, as the guinea pig to test the market before they take over completely. And so basically, so you go on that platform thinking, okay, I'm working for myself. I'm building my own business. I'm doing something right. But all of a sudden somebody says, no, it's actually my business, and there's nothing you can do about it if I decide to stop you, because definitely you are on my platform,
and I call the shots and I control everything.
So
if you can't work with on my terms, you're fired.
Yeah, exactly. So okay, basically, to actually round up this particular issue, can we officially say that the new generation actually employed in disguise of being your own boss?
Yes, I think I can stand on that. The new generation are being employed in the clouds because we are living in a cloud generation. So everything is going up to the cloud. So we are being employed on our own, making us to think that we are working on our own terms, but we're actually on employment for the big boys. And for a bigger goal, which we don't even know about. There's a lot of enlightenment now, and sometimes the enlightenment is becoming so overwhelming that I think we are falling into a trap of enlightenment also, because a lot of people are doing certain things. They think they are doing it for themselves, but they don't know that they're actually doing it for a bigger goal, which nobody knows about. I'm not a conspiracist, but I'm just saying, if you really look at it, you will realize that all the work you have been putting in, if you are not calling the shots yourself,
Yeah.
and trying to make it work at your own terms, whatever you are doing is not for you. And there's something I've always said. I know that right now the internet plug cannot be pulled, right? But you never know what could happen, just like the coronavirus had hit us unexpectedly. If you built your business for over 10 to 30 years on the internet, and some tyrant, terrorist, or whoever, one billionaire somewhere, somehow, decides to pull the internet, what would you do? Just a food for thought, right? So it's the same thing as building your business on Instagram, TikTok, and all other social platforms, and suddenly they decide to just pull the plug. Just like Google Play. Today, Google Play is no more. I had a lot of stuff on Google Play.
Google Plus.
My podcast. Google Plus and Google Play. Yeah.
Okay.
Google Plus and Google Play. I had a lot of works there, and suddenly they just decided that the platform is not working the way they wish it would work, and they just pulled the plug. So the songs on Google Play are gone. The fans on Google Play are gone. The followers on Google Plus are gone. And it's just that. It's just what it is.
So okay, what final advice will you give to the entrepreneurs out there, and all the youngins who are actually trying to build a following on some of these platforms and trying to build their business, trying to be their own boss? What advice will you give to them?
Really simple. Start your own website. Have a site of yours that is on the internet still, but you will be able to call the shots. At least to an extent, you have control over a lot of things, over your content that you curate or create in any way. So you can actually do the same thing that these big boys in the game are also doing. You can also sell ads in your own little way and use their platform to promote your own platform in that sense. So have a product of your own, whether virtual or brick and mortar products.
Physical
if I'm saying that correctly. So have a product of yours in whichever way that you own to yourself, that you can patent and say this is yours. You call the shots and control that in any way. And from there, whatever happens to the internet, whatever happens to the social media, it doesn't affect you greatly. Like if you have all your products and your life on all those platforms and they suddenly disappear one particular day and you are left stranded.
All right, Rookman, I really appreciate this conversation. I think it's really enlightening. And I think there's a lot of value, build your own website, capture your own data, control your own business to be able to sell ads and, do a lot of business yourself instead of waiting for permission to advertise or to charge a certain way, do whatever. You could capture emails, capture phone numbers so that you can reach your customers outside.
Yeah.
There are a lot of platforms that don't allow you to capture phone numbers. They don't allow you to take emails no matter what. They want to keep you on that platform and control what you do. And nobody can censor you on what you decide to say or not decide to say, because that's also infringing on your rights, free will, and etc. Because on Instagram and on Facebook and on Twitter, there are certain things you just can't say anymore. And trying to, if you have something to say and it needs to be said, it should be said so that, we could get the truth out there or dissect it to find out the real truth and not somebody controlling the narrative. All right. Thank you very much, Rookman. Hope to have you on the show for another conversation. I remain Sadiq, and you give a shout out to your fans and shout out your handle and all that so that people can, follow you up and know where to find you.
All right, my name is Rookman once again. That is RUKQMAN man, and you can find me on all social platforms with the handle at Rookman. Shout out to me. Let's talk. Let's connect. Let's do business. See you next time.
Yes, sir.